I'll bet you want to increase your calls to your local business. I'll bet you heard about marketing, you've heard about Google Business, you've heard about Google Ads, you've heard about website SEO, all that kind of stuff. I've got over 2,000 reviews for local service businesses. I have earned or retained over $32 million, and I got an average 18% year-over-year growth through this marketing method that I'm about to tell you in the next 5 minutes. So first of all, let me tell you if you can relate to this. You have heard about your Google Business Profile and tried a bunch of stuff with it. You've heard about Google Ads and maybe you've ran some. You've heard about SEO and you've done it. And when I say that you've done those things, you've either tried to do it yourself, hire a freelancer, hire an agency, and every single time you do it, you still feel like you're missing a piece of the puzzle. The reason why you feel like you're missing a piece of the puzzle is you actually are. You have to put these three things together. Google is going to deliver you the type of people that you want to talk to in your business if you give it the three things that it wants. It's relevant, prominence, and distance. Distance you can't really do too much about. It just depends on if your business is close by. But relevance and prominence are the things you can do stuff about. So relevance means how relevant are you to what this person is searching about, and prominence means how much amazing stuff you have on your Google Business Profile and your website. To make a really long story short, the way that you're going to win at this is you're going to have a full and complete Google Business Profile. That's step one. That means all of your services, all of your products, if you have products, it's going to be all of the information that you have to fill out needs to be completely filled out. Then you have to dump photos and videos into the photos section of your Google Business Profile about every 2 weeks. Do a post every 1 to 2 weeks and have a way of actually getting reviews every single week from your clients. If you can do all that, you have relevance, and the reviews give you prominence. The Google Business Support Docs is like 180 pages if you printed it all out. Tells you 100% next what you have to do with your website. It basically has to match and mirror what's on your Google Business Profile. Then you have to start this SEO campaign, sort of, just by creating content for your website every single month. About 2 pages will do. So if you have your Google Business Profile, you have your website going, your website is fast, it's got a 100% SEO score. The next thing that you have to do is show up on social media. 3 times a week is the minimum for you to look alive. This opens up about 18,000 different things that you're going to think of that you have to do. And sometimes it really does feel that way. But if you were going to take one action right now and do just one thing, I'm going to tell you the most important thing that you could do right now. You can go to your Google Business Profile and you can look at every single piece of information that's not filled out, and you can fill it out completely. If you did that, and then you ran some ads for people to call you, those ads would perform a whole lot better. So if you did that, you're going to start to show up in people's searches because you're going to be more relevant. Relevance is the one thing that you can control with your presence on Google, and you should go do that right away. Now that you know what to do, this is almost what everybody says after they hear this information. Well, what do I do first? And most people want to go for their website. But really, it comes down to what's the highest leverage fix. It depends on how far down the road you are on the big three. So that's going to be your Google Business Profile, your website, and your social media presence. And there has to come an understanding of what to do in each of those 3 lanes. But if all 3 of them had nothing going on, like you had a terrible website, you had a very weak Google Business Profile, and you had some social media accounts and you hadn't posted on those things for 3 months, the first thing that you should do is fully complete your Google Business Profile. That's the highest leverage fix that you can do right now if all of them were bad. But if your Google Business Profile is okay and it's between your social and your website, I would say fix your social, because your website is doing a pretty good job right now if you're already getting some calls. You're just getting fewer calls if people are checking you out on social media because you don't look alive. But I know that the number one thing on people's minds is their website. It's like the most important thing for them to get down, and that's usually where people go first. Your website also takes the longest to get results if you're only going to fix that. You have to fix all 3. Let me demystify a whole bunch of stuff when it comes to local business marketing. I've mentioned Google Business Profile. I mentioned your website. I mentioned social media. You might be saying, well, which one of those do I do? That's wrong. Don't ever say that. You have to do all of them. And I know what you're thinking. Dang, that's expensive. It's going to take a lot of effort. I'm going to tell you, you're 100% right. but it is way more effort to struggle without having the revenue you want. So if you gauge between investing the money and the time to get it done or living without it, after you get this done, you're going to wonder why you didn't do it sooner. So let's say if you were starting from zero, a brand new business startup, how long is it going to take you to get your Google business profile, your website, and your social media going? Now, this fictitious scenario is all going to depend on, are you already doing business with customers? Because if you're not, none of this is really going to work, because your Google business profile needs reviews. And don't fake those reviews. But let's pretend you're a startup who's been working on word of mouth and referrals, and you're getting some business. And let's say that you're, from that standpoint, already producing revenue. And now what the heck do you do? How long is it going to take? It's going to take you 3 months to see noticeable change. You're going to have to invest for 3 solid months in getting all of this done and running. Usually, it is shortly after it's all in place. So let's say if we got your website done in 2 weeks, let's say we got your Google business profile all finished up in a day. Let's say that we got your social media content strategy and started shooting and scheduling content in about 3 weeks. From this standpoint, you can plan on about 2 months for you to start to see real results. And of course, if you wanted to jumpstart that, just run some ads on Google, because when those ads lead to a company that looks like they know what the heck they're doing and they're alive, you'll get a lot more calls.